All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Youth for the Future warm-up session. Before we begin, I'm going to explain once again the house rules. So basically, this live session will be recorded and will be shared again on the All You Need to Know tab on Event Tornado, so you can rewatch it later in case you miss some information. As the last time, you can use the Q&A button to ask some questions. We will try to answer all of your questions to these functionalities with chat or maybe live at the end of the live session. In case we receive too many questions or we don't have enough time, then we will address those questions directly on Event Tornado on the chat. Today, so here's the agenda. I'm going to give you a little welcome, which I just did. Then I'm going to explain the agenda of the hackathon. I'm going to tell you, Enrico basically is going to tell you what is the hackathon goal. He will also explain to you maybe a little bit further the hackathon challenges. And I will come back again. I will explain to you what you need to deliver during the hackathon. So basically, the composition of the deliverables of your hackathon. I'm going to explain to you also how you will receive support during the hackathon. So basically, we will talk about the mentors, how we will assign them to you, how you can communicate with them, and so on. One important thing also is the evaluation criteria. So these are the criteria that the judges will use to evaluate your idea. So it's really important that you guys know on which kind of criteria you will be evaluated on. There will be some times in which we will speak with some of the teams participating. So we will give you the floor for a couple of minutes. Basically, the team leaders will speak up a little bit for their teams and explain a little bit the idea. As I said before, then at the end, we have the Q&A session, and then we thank you so much and see you at the hackathon. So basically, going on here, this is the agenda. We are at this point. Basically, we already had the info session before December. By the way, I hope you guys really had a great Christmas and you had the chance to spend a quality time with your family. And I wish you a really happy 2023. Then going back here, we are now at this phase, warm up for the hackathon session. And then in a couple of weeks, we will launch the hackathon on the 1st of February. Okay, so basically, now I will ask Enrico to start the video and the microphone, because he will explain to you what is the hackathon goal.
So hello, also from my side. Hope you will hear me well, because apparently there are some issues with my account, but I suppose everything is going well. Okay, Michele, can you confirm?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So it's very simple, because our hackathon goal is to, you can see here, is to assist young people with migratory background and also new generations of young people in having a voice and an active role in primary in policy development in their countries, in their lives. We want to involve youth, starting with you, in active and political life, to co-design policies that, as the first thing, has to address yourself. So you are, in this sense, the center of this hackathon, and we would like to create a system of European and local consultative bodies involving new generation in having this capacity to produce ideas, to give their contribution to new policies and to change things that today probably are not going in the right way. So that is our goal, our common goal. You will be the protagonist of this of the process. You will see it will be very creative. I saw some of your ideas. They are very nice, and I'm sure that all of you will produce very interesting contents, materials, ideas, projects. I don't know, because we can see and we can say only at the end. So that's all from my side for this moment.
All right,
And
thank you.
yes, if you want, I can go on, because it's up to me also explaining something about the hackathon challenges. You know, we started with these 4 challenges. You were asked to select one of them and to think about a possible idea, something that was inspiring for you about one of these 4 inputs. I will be very short, because I suppose that if you are participating and if you already selected one of these challenges, and if you already produced your idea, you probably understood everything about these challenges. But by the way, the first one is about improving young people's establishment in working and social life. So you can easily understand how important it is for a person, but especially for a person and a young person, maybe coming from another countries, or finding him or herself in a new context, how important it is to be perfectly included and integrated into the new context. So how we can help these people in feel themselves perfectly inside the new context, the new cultural framework, the new social life in that countries. So there are some things that can be done, and we will see what you will think about. The second one is the promotion about the acquisition of the citizenship and political representation by removing the main obstacles. This is particularly important. It is one of the challenges which were selected by the most of the countries participating, the most of the organizations participating in this project. There are, of course, some differences between one country and another, but more or less there are the same obstacles to be overcome. So again, it will be very, very interesting to see your point of view, what kind of initiatives, in your opinion, can be done, and in this case, how the policy level can be involved, because this is particularly something where the political field is involved in. Then the third one is to favor the active participation of youth in decision-making and spread of opportunities for youth, including conveying an authentic representation of society. This is also very important, as we were saying during the slide before. Young people have probably a lot of say, but very often they are not enough heard. Their voice is difficult to be heard sometimes. They are surely well aware about the how to say, they are well aware about all the problems, and sometimes they have also very interesting ideas, very interesting things to say, but very often they cannot express themselves in the right way. So here we want to promote, we want you to produce some interesting ideas or initiatives in order to change this state of the things. And the last one is about one of the biggest problem, probably exacerbated also by the COVID pandemic. I'm referring to people well-being, and especially how people, and especially young people coming from different backgrounds, how they live this condition. We know that there are a lot of young people affected by mental health problems, and there are a lot of people that need support in this sense in order to feel themselves really realized also. So this is the last one, but not about its importance. And it will be very interesting to know your point of view about these kind of things, because you are, as the previous three, but probably in this particular challenge, you are very, yes, you are involved in the first person, and not only because of you, but also probably your friends, your family, your relatives. So I don't remember if there are ideas in this particular challenge. Can you, Michele, please?
Yes. So basically, we have the ideas are 9 and are distributed amongst the first, the second, and the third challenge. So there is no idea applying for this one.
Okay, perfect. It's a pity because it will be, yes, probably among the 4, it is the most challenging, probably one of the most difficult, one of the most, yes, but maybe next time. Don't worry. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Enrico. Yeah, so basically, let me go on with the presentation. Here, I'm going to explain to you how to, basically what you will need to deliver during the hackathon. Here, as you might already know, we have 3 deliverables that you should submit. The first one is the problem discovery deliverable. The due date is 15th of February, so the mid of February, 1 month from now. And here, deliverable number 1 is a maximum 7-page presentation. So you find the link to download the template of this presentation directly on the starter kit. And basically, I'm going to show you here how it looks. So this is the template of your presentation. You have these 7 slides, so you can use this one to complete your deliverable number 1, putting your team name, your idea name, and also the team member's name and the team leader. So going back to the deliverable number 1, once you have downloaded the template, then it's time to talk about the content of this deliverable. Deliverable number 1 is divided in 2 phases. The first one is the phase of empathizing. So basically, is the phase where you guys analyze the context of the challenge and try to empathize with the point of view of the people you're trying to solve your problem of. In this phase, empathizing, it's not a crime to maybe redefine and redescribe your idea, speak with your mentor, speak internally with your team. I know that you guys already provided an initial idea description, but it's not a crime if you change your mind during this phase of empathizing, understanding the problem, because the name of this deliverable is the problem discovery. So if you guys decide if you change your mind, you want to solve another problem after this phase of empathizing, is not a crime. And maybe you can also apply, as Enrico was saying before, for the challenge number 4, in case maybe you change your mind. The second phase of this deliverable is the define phase. So basically, once you have empathized with your users, with the migrants, with the new generations, so the people that you would like to solve the problem of, you can now identify what problems actually need to be solved. So basically, in this phase, you define the problem, the pain points, the frustration, and you try to have them completely clear and ready for the next phase. Once you have all this information, you can put them on the template, on your 7-slide presentation, and you can go on with the work of deliverable number 2. I will stop here for a second, because there is no one is saying that you should complete deliverable. Maybe you complete deliverable number 1 on the 7th of February because you're good, you're fast, you're smart, whatever. You can of course start working on your deliverable number 2 in case you finish already with deliverable number 1. So do not wait for the next deadline to start working on this one. Deliverable number 2 is the idea proposition. So basically here, again, it's the same template, 7-slide presentation. You must download it. It's another template actually, because it's, I mean, the name of the deliverable is changing, but the template is the same, the graphic is the same. So make sure you download it correctly from the starter kit. And here, once you have defined, once you have empathized, now it's time to propose an idea. So basically, here is where you describe thoroughly your idea. This is the ideation phase, basically. While you are working on this deliverable, you should cover these points. So the first one is who. Who are the people and or stakeholders that will benefit from your idea, or that will contribute to and or be involved in. So basically all the people, stakeholders, entities, institutions, university, countries involved in your idea. So you need to identify them. The second one is how. So basically how your idea will help to solve the challenge problems. So basically here you explain how your idea solved one of the challenges of the hackathon, basically the challenge that you decided to participate in. Now you can, maybe you define very fantastically who are the stakeholders, who are the people. You will say how your idea will have to solve the challenge problem, but then it's completely unfeasible. So you need to rethink it back. You need to rethink the idea. So here, that's why we're also asking for the feasibility. Why your idea is feasible and what are the main obstacles to it. For example, maybe your idea takes 10 years to implement, so it's not feasible. So you need to rethink everything, go back to the ideation process, to the defining process, to the empathizing process, and then come up with an idea which is feasible. Think about also the restrictions, the limitation. Think about the habits, the cultural barriers that can get in the way of your idea. Or maybe also physical obstacles like the lack of infrastructures, whatever comes to your mind that can make your idea not feasible. So here, this is a very important point. Once you have understood that your idea is feasible and how much is feasible, then you can explain how your idea will be implemented. So basically, I know the obstacles and I will tell you that I will implement it like this one. It will take, I don't know, 2 days. It will take 2 months. It will take 1 year. You need to say that. Then what kind of resources will be needed? Do I need money to do that? Do I need the support from institutions? Do I need the support from universities? Do I need any other resources to implement it? That's also really important to understand. Again, what are the people, institution, authorities, entities that you will need to involve to implement your idea? Now, this is deliverable number 2. Then the third one is the video pitch. The video pitch is a maximum 90 seconds video that describes your idea, basically, and summarize all the work that you have done during the hackathon. Why we are asking for a video pitch of 90 seconds? Because we have judges for this hackathon, and they cannot, as you can imagine, go through a lot of presentation and provide their evaluation. So that's why we need to give them 90 seconds video in which you guys explain clearly everything to them. So they just click on play, they see what you've done, and understand your idea in seconds. Then if they have some doubts, they go back to your presentations, the deliverable number 1 and deliverable number 2. There are some guidelines that you should follow for creating your video. It must be shorter than 90 seconds. It must be uploaded to YouTube or a cloud drive, and it must be public or unlisted. Remember, if you create a video on YouTube or maybe on a Google Drive and it's private, we cannot see it. So it happened in the past that maybe some teams did a fantastic work, but the video was not visible, so we needed to reach out to them and they couldn't make it on time and so on. So please remember this point. And then some legalese stuff. Your video must not include third-party trademarks or copyrighted music or other material and so on. Okay, now I hope this part of the deliverables is clear. If it's not, feel free to ask me more questions during the Q&A session at the end of this webinar. Otherwise, also you can reach out to me on Eventornado. Going on, support during the hackathon. So we will talk about the mentors now. The mentors, basically, we will assign them to you, to your team, before the hackathon starts. You can go directly to your team chat. You go there. The mentors will present himself or herself, and basically, we suggest you meet with the mentors at least once per week for 1 hour or 2 hours to discuss how is it going, the progress of your idea. This doesn't mean that you can meet one hour per day, or you can meet 1 hour every 2 weeks. It really depends on how you guys progress, how much help you need. This is a suggestion that derives from our past hackathon. So please expect in the next weeks a message from your mentor directly on your private team chat. There are 2 levels of mentoring. The first one is the one that I explained to you right now, which is a dedicated mentor to your team. But also there is an Ask a Mentor channel, which every mentor is in this channel, and you can go there, reach out to them. We will provide soon the list of the skills of the backgrounds of the mentors. So feel free to read their skills, and maybe for your idea, you need these specific skills. You can reach out to that mentor with a direct message, or maybe with a question on this chat. And then you can receive dedicated support also for that matter. So again, the level of mentoring is 2 levels. The first one is private on your team chat, and the second one is, let's say, public on this Ask a Mentor channel. Support channel. I see that some of you already requested some support on this channel. This is the channel to request support for technical stuff. For example, I cannot add the team members to my team. I need to delete one team member. I need to change the team leader. I want to be the team leader now. I cannot upload the files. I cannot upload the video. I cannot paste the video link and so on. So again, here, ask any question. We will be there to you with you to support you. Then next point are the evaluation criteria. The evaluation criteria are really important because they are the one on which you will be evaluated. Basically, these are the evaluation criteria. The first one is the empathization, which is 10 points. Does the idea empathize with the migrants and new generations' pain points? The second one is definition. Is the idea well defined? The third one is fitness for purpose. So basically, is your idea addressing the specific challenge that you are participating in, or is it going completely outside the challenge? Feasibility, as you can see here, we have 15 points. Is the idea feasible? I explained this to you in a few minutes ago. Implementation, 20 points. This is the most important one. So basically, again, as I explained to you before, is your idea implementable, doable, feasible, and so on. Creativity, 15 points. How unique and creative is the idea? And then we also have a punctuality in the milestones and project delivery. So you can deliver after the deadline. You can submit your deliverables after the deadline, but you will lose some of these 10 points. If you submit on time, then we will give you these 10 points. Also, there are 5 points at the end for if you do something really cool to see, great graphic design, the information super clear. So we'll also give you these 5 points. If we sum up all of these points, we get a maximum available of 100 points. So basically, again, here you have this information also on your starter kit. So, I mean, you don't have to take notes. You can go on the starter kit, and while you work on your ideas, you can take this in mind, keep this in mind while you're working on your idea. Okay, now I've been reaching out to you guys in these few days, in the last few days, to get you on the floor, basically, to see if there are some teams that would like to talk about their idea. So basically, the first one, let me see if I can find him. Yes, the first one is this one. The idea is the social entrepreneurs. Sorry, the team is the social entrepreneurs. And the idea is Y2K, youth too knowledgeable. So Hadi, thank you so much for accepting to speak. Let me see if I can also start your screen. Just 1 second. I cannot. Here you are. Here now you should be able. He's joining back. You should be able also to start your screen. Yes, I see him as a member. And now you should be able to do that. There you go. We can see you. Hi, Hadi.
No problem. You might have noticed, but I'm sitting with the entire team around the table. That's why we have a problem. Shortly said, we have discussed the hackathon challenges, and we've decided on the third. We've also noticed some kind of similarity between the micro and the macro society you're living in. For example, anybody living in a big family knows that being the older sibling, you work as an envoy or intermediate between your younger siblings and your parents. And we were thinking about the same idea. Can the informative youth be like a bridge or an envoy or intermediate between the new immigrants and the society which they're living in? We discussed the implementations of it and the scale of it, and we deduced that the best option, which is the grand scale option, is to make it to a quasi-legal entity, which helps the youth in all their errands and aspects, ranging all from paperwork to university stuff, home issues, etc. Our main problem would be how to branch out the idea without expediting so much resources, since the idea is expansive and touches upon every aspect of society. The hard part would be the planning and to package the idea in a deliverable and presentable way. And this is Y2K.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hadi. It's good to see that you guys, I mean, I think you guys have it covered already, since you guys you're prepared. So we can wait to see what you guys can do once we assign you a mentor also. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, now it's time for the second idea. The second idea is the Youth for Employment team. The name of the idea is reduction of unemployment among young people by creating new job opportunities suitable for different skills. Hamza, let me see if I did manage. Yes, you should be able to speak now.
Hello.
Hi, Hamza.
Hi. I am Hamza Ziran. I'm from Italy, and I redacted this idea. When thinking about what idea I can bring to you all, I first thought about what I would like to see in the near future and what changes I would like to see applied. Every year, thousands and millions of youth are getting introduced into the labor market, and many of them face difficulties in finding jobs, difficulties related to what can be defined as skill mismatch. This phenomenon of skill mismatch can derive mainly from poor training and education in school, which forces the youth to spend plenty of time in training courses or otherwise to look for another job, resulting in a waste of time and skills. By saying so, it may seem that school in general does not provide a right and proper education. Quite the opposite. Indeed, another key issue of this knowledge gap is the continuous evolution of the labor market, which includes technological changes, policy updates due to environmental and climate change, and recently a pandemic that has damaged the economy, and so on. This transformation can benefit workers and companies, but could also be disruptive, leading to more significant employment insecurities, skill gaps and shortages, inequalities, and inefficiencies. Therefore, school and labor coexist on the same level, and for this reason, we should focus and guarantee a smooth transition from school to work. As I stated on the Event Tornado platform, we should invest in quality apprenticeships, internships, education, and training that will lead to a substantial reduction of the unemployment. While on the one hand, we have an economic loss and a waste of resources, on the other hand, youth face much deeper problems related to what can be defined their mental and emotional state. Young people with a history of unemployment face fewer career development opportunities, lower wage levels, fewer prospects for better jobs, and ultimately lower pensions. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the entire problem. Young people, due to these matters, experience depression, anxiety, lack of purpose, disorientation, and in the worst case, even suicide. In conclusion, I would like to bring these issues to those who have the power to make some changes and save this so-called lost generation.
Thank you so much, Hamza. It's actually a very good problem to solve this one. Unemployment is, I mean, we all know that is a huge problem that we have, and really hope that your team will bring this on. Just one question: which part of Italy are you from?
Torino.
Torino. All right. Good. Thank you so much, Hamza. Thank you. Bye bye. All right. Third idea. The third one is the team Future Us, with the idea stay engaged. So I will ask Uzeife, I hope I pronounced this correctly, if you can start your video and your microphone. Let me check again.
Yeah, I am here. The one problem that my video not working very well because of the problem of the webcam. About the project, my team is right now also forming up. This idea that I am also a political refugee in here in the Netherlands representing, that one of the key difficulties when you move in a country, you have to politically active, you have to also have the connection, and those connection that you do not know the local issues are, you do not know the national issues are, because you are very new to everything. And what could be doing that those kind of the informations could be provided easily for those young generation, especially to firstly feel more engaged with the society, to learning much more the issues coming from the local or national issues. Then those young generation, young people could be much more interested and could be much more politically active, and also providing the ways to how they could connect with those people, like become a member of any kind of the political party, or become a member of the other NGOs that currently active in the also political area, that could be directly issues they are facing about their migrant background, or about their daily life issues, could be directly represented by themselves. They are already in the Netherlands, as an example, you in the municipal councils, you have sport members, and those members that directly get in touch with the municipal representatives, and they can directly talk about the issues, and they can directly offer or could search for the solution with them. But generally, those opportunities very unknown for the migrant background young people or refugees, refugee background young generation, and those opportunities only have to be shared, and with this project, with this policy, could be people get firstly stay engaged about the local issues, then national issues, then in this second part became interested in searching any kind of the solution, because they feel they will start to feeling much more part of the society, part of their communities as a whole, and then they can pursue with the together with the other groups the kind of the solutions to contribute much more to their societies.
Absolutely, it's I mean it's the participation in youth decision making is super important. So I really hope this again, you will get all the support that you need from your mentor. I have one question, actually a couple of questions for you. Did I pronounce your name correctly, Huzaife?
Yes, Huzaife, right.
Right. And the second one is, so you're open to welcoming other team members in your team still?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I will make sure to write a message on the Find Your Team channel, tagging you and posting your ideas so people interested might join.
Yeah, I'm already also trying to connect with the representative of the Netherlands about this organization, to reach out to others, other people that already declared their interest to participate in this hackathon and to get joined to my team. I already sent also invitations. Hopefully, they will come. Okay, understood. All right. Just one quick reminder, not only for you but for everyone, that the hard deadline for adding new team members is the before the hackathon launch. So before the 1st of February, we still have 15 days. Yeah, but again, I will write a message on the Find Your Team, and I really hope that you can get other people on board for your fantastic idea. Thank you so much, Jose. Okay, I think we have the last one, which is the idea youth and youth. The team youth and youth, and the idea is aid in bridging the initial cultural gap and difficulties. So this one is really difficult to pronounce. Timotheus. So please, Timotheus, tell me that I pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, it's Timotheus. So
okay,
pretty good.
Quite. All right, the stage is yours.
Okay, so hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here, and a special thank you to my team members. I would like to start by acknowledging the fact that many of the issues faced by young migrants occur initially upon moving to the new country, rather than in the half year, 1 year, or 2 years after they have settled in. Hence, we realize that it is of vital importance to help out these young migrants initially. And to tackle that, propose an idea of 2 main parts. Number 1 would be the creation of a so-called country starter pack document or website. This would contain any important information that a young migrant might need, such as where to look for accommodation, language courses, a few useful phrases or local jokes, and very importantly, any dangerous places, scams, and other hazards to look out for. Make sure that migrant youth do not fall prey to such dangers in the new country. And all of this would help them to better settle in and blend with the new culture. Now, this starter pack could come in different versions depending on the situation of the youth, namely if they are in secondary school, high school, tertiary educations, or working. And this has the advantage of better catering to the needs of that migrant's situation. In fact, for instance, the case of secondary schools, local schools could create this document themselves, which would not only make this project much more feasible, both financially and time-wise, but will also get the local students engaged in migrant issues. And of course, in the case of larger countries, this document or website would vary according to the region, since obviously differences do exist amongst the different regions. Now, the second part of this idea would be the extension of the buddy system. So a buddy system is a system in place that allows a person in general to turn to another for advice, help, and aid. And once we realize that there exists an EU buddy system where local students help out international migrant students settle, teach culture, etc., in place in certain tertiary education institutions across the EU, we believe that this should be extended to many more institutions and EU countries and be better communicated. Moreover, a buddy system should also be implemented by secondary schools, where the incoming migrant student would be assigned one or more buddies from their class, aid them in bridging the culture gap, making friends, as well as learning the local language. And the fact that these buddies would be from their class would enable them to better blend in with the culture and settle in essentially much quicker, much better. Now, this buddy system, specifically geared towards migrant youth, could also be extended to companies and workplaces, where they would be able to turn to a co-worker for advice and aid. So that is our general direction: the creation of a country starter pack document and the extension of the buddy system. And naturally, this is not our final piece of work, and there's still a lot to be done in order to improve upon this and make our idea much sounder. And that is what we aim to do during the hackathon. And I believe, as I'm sure many of my team members do, that this idea would be quite feasible, both financially and time-wise, and that with this proposal, we can truly make a difference in young migrants' lives. So that's that.
Thank you so much, Timothy. I do agree with you about the feasibility. Of course, I see that it's really, really doable. The one thing that I really like is the local jokes on the starter pack, because those are, I mean, finding a way to break the ice with those people and then find this connection is really, really cool. But it's just my personal opinion. All the rest that on your idea is really, really cool. So I hope that you guys I'm sure that you guys will produce something great in this hackathon. So thank you so much. Okay, now I don't know if there is any other team that would like to present their idea very quickly in a couple of minutes. So I don't see any raised hands or any message. So basically it's time for the Q&A. So feel free to write them on the Q&As function in case you have some. Or also if we have some mentors that they would like to do some comments or maybe intervene, completely free to do that. So there is no problem. Then here, let me see if we have some question, but I think everything is clear. In case, again, I will repeat myself again, because all this live session has been recorded, so it will be available again on Event Tornado in case you missed something. All the information that I provided to you is on the starter kit, so you can find it there. I want also to open once again Event Tornado and show something to you. So basically, I know that you guys have been busy with the holidays, but here, in case you want during the hackathon, maybe once we start, there is a music channel. So here, feel free to post your YouTube video, post your maybe Spotify link to your favorite songs, so we can create this collaborative open Spotify playlist. Maybe it's a little too early for that, I know, but you know that it's here. You can paste your songs here. Now I think we have a question here. Hadi Ali is asking, can we send 2 presentations per deliverable? One with 7 slides and another with animating slides, but have the exact same content. I don't think there is a problem with this, so no worries. Absolutely, you can. It's actually the same presentation. The one is animated and the other one isn't, I guess, if I understood you correctly. If I didn't understood you correctly, don't worry. Talk to me on Event Tornado and we will cover it. But in my opinion, yes. Then we have another question. If your team is made of 2 less people, are you allowed to leave the team to join another one? Well, I mean, you can do that, but it would be better if you manage to find other team members on the platform. We still have a lot of people there without a team. So it would really better and appreciated if you can find the team, maybe inviting your friends, for example, to participate in the hackathon. We're still on time because the hard deadline, as I said before, is the 1st of February. So yeah, it will be better to find other members, but you can join other team if you want. Okay, this one is covered. I don't see any other question in the chat or in the Q&As. Let me check again. I think I covered everything. Okay, all right. So I think we're over. Thank you so much, guys. And see you at the hackathon. Again, reach out to me on Event Tornado, and happy hacking. Thank you, guys.